Hello friends, our operating system has practical 6 execute file and directory manipulation commands. The operations performed on the Linux or Unix are done on the prompt, which is not stored anywhere. One way is to store the information in a file. Various operations that can be performed on a file are create, open, read, write, move, close and rename. These are the program outcomes of the practical 6. And these are the practical outcomes of practical. In this we will study the commands like ls, rm, mv, cp, join, split, cat, head, tail and touch, and also the redirection operators. Now first we will see cat command. It is used to create the file and display the content of the file. To create a file, we will write the cat command as shown in syntax, cat greater than the name of the file. After that, we will write the content of the file, and at the end we will use Ctrl+D to come out of that file and to save the content into the file. To display the content, we will use cat and the name of the file. So in this way, cat can be used to create and display the content of the file. After that, we will have the next command, ls command. It is used to list the files in the current working directory. The syntax is ls and option. These are the 4 options. -a option is used to display all the file including the hidden file. -d will list the directory file. -i will list the inode number of the file along with its name. -l will list the long format of the file. Rm command. It is used to remove the file. The syntax is rm file name. Rm-i option will make the command interactive. mv command. It is used to move the file from one location to another location. For example, we can perform with this as the rename file. The syntax is mv option and source and destination file. -i option is used to make the mv command interactive. With this, if already existing file is there, it will ask us to override the content into it or not. So mv command is used to rename the file. cp command. It is used to copy the content of the source file to the destination file. If the second file does not exist, then first it creates it and then copies the content. But if it exists, then it simply overrides without any warning. The syntax is cp source file name and destination file name. Join command. It is used for joining the lines of the two files on the basis of the common field. The syntax is join option file 1 and file 2, which will join on a common key column. The split command. It is used to split the large file into smaller files. Default size is 1000 lines per file. The syntax is split -n file name and tag name. -n will specify the number of lines in the smaller files, and tag name is the name given to the subfiles. The by default is the XAA, XAB, XAC. The example is split -10 student, which will have the 10 lines in the subfiles. Head command. It is used to read the first 10 lines of the file. By default, 10 lines will be displayed. Now, the number of the lines to be displayed may be specified by in the head command. The -n option means show, which will show how many lines to be displayed. Tail command. It is used to print the last few number of the lines of the file. By default, tail lines will be displayed. The syntax is tail +-n file name. +n will display all the lines starting from the nth line, and -n will display the n lines from the end of the file. These are the 3 other options. Touch command. It is the easiest way to create the new empty file. The file saving and redirection operator. The standard input outputs are actually taken and saved to the file. The output of the first command is taken as the input to the second command. ls output is out.txt. We can combine the two files and store the output to the third file. Also, we can perform the append of first file to the second file. For that, we will use double greater than, that is the double redirection operator. So these are the various redirection operators. Now we will execute all that commands. For that, first we will clear the screen. Now we will create a new file cat greater than abc and type the content that we want to store into the file. So these are the contents of my file. To save this content, I will use Ctrl D so that I will get this prompt. Now, to display the content of the file, I will simply write cat abc. So these are the contents of the file. Now we will execute ls command. This will display all the files and folders which are present in the current working directory. The directory is displayed as a blue color. We will use -a option which will display all the hidden files along with the normal regular files. Hidden files are indicated by the dot. So ls -d option will display the root directory file of the SRB user. Now we will have the ls-i option. So this will display inode number of all files along with their name. These inode numbers are given by the system to file when it is created. ls-l option will give the long listing of the file which will provide the permissions of that file. So normal file will be given by the dash and the directory file will be started by the D. The first three characters will show the permission of the user, after that group user and the other user. Read, write, execute, these are the three permissions. After that the login user and the size of the file and the when that file is created and the name of the file will be displayed. Now we will have various wildcard character with the ls command. Suppose ls ? So this will display the files which is of 2 characters only. So all the file names which are having 2 characters will be displayed. Now suppose the n star, ls n star, that is the star, all the files starting with the n will be displayed. So star indicate any number of characters after the n. So all that file will be displayed. Rm command which is used to remove the file. Suppose rm and the name of the file. Suppose we will remove the pqr file. So it will delete that file. We will use ls command to check it. So here pqr is not there, means the file is deleted. Now suppose we want to make it interactive. For that I will use the -i option and write the name of the file. So it will ask us whether to remove the regular file abc. If we will say no, it will not be removing the abc file. Check, it is not removed the file. Now suppose we will enter the s. At that time it will remove that file. See, with ls command we will check it. So abc file is removed. So -i option makes it interactive. Same way mv command which is used to rename the file. The content will not get changed, only the name of the file will get changed. So we are having the file cm. So we will move it to the name cm department. So if we will check ls, it will not have the ls command. mv command can be interactive with the -i option. So cm department, here we have to give the already existing file. Suppose f1. Now it will ask whether to overwrite it. We will say no, it will not overwrite it. cp command is used to copy the content of cm department to the cm file. If this, the content of the cm department will be copied. So there will be 2 files, cm and cm department. Now we will see the content of first file pkwp1 with the cat command. We are having another file num1 and num2. So it will display the content of num2. Cat num3 will display the content of file num3. Now we will execute the join command. The join command is used to join the content of two different files using a common field that is called as key field. So here the key field is the first column. So the content of the first file num1 and num2 are combined, and the first column is common, so it will be displayed, and after that the other columns will be displayed. Now here we are having -1 option, which indicates that join the two files num1 and num2 on the key field of the first file. So -1 will give the key field of the first file, that is, and only one is given, that is the first column. Here the second file. So we will write the -2 to join the second file on the first column and the two file names. So here we have joined the two content of the two files. Now I have one file, long file, which is of size greater. We can use our split command on this particular file. So the content of the long file are as shown here. So I will use the split command. So -3 option I will use, so that each subfile will have 3 lines in it. Here I will use the tagline kkw, so that all subfiles will start by the name kkw. Okay, so ls command. So from here you can see that kkwaab, kkwac, kkwad and kkwae. Now I will display the kkwaaa. So it will have the content of the first line of that long file. Now the next 3 lines will be stored into the kkwaab file. So in this way, subfiles are created by storing the three lines of the long file into the subfiles. We can have another lines also. For that we are required to specify that number. So we can have head command. Head is used to display the starting lines of the file. So how much lines that we need to display, that we have to specify in the form of option like -5 and the long file name. So this will display the first 5 lines of the long file. Tail command is used to display the last line of the file. So -5 option will display the last 5 line of the file, and tail +5 will display the lines from the 5th line of the long file. So it will display all the lines from the 5th line of the long file. So these are the uses of head and tail command. Now we will create an empty file using touch command. So touch abc. So this file is created. We can check it with the ls command. So file is created. We will see the content of that file using cat command. So cat abc, so the file is not having any content, it will not display anything. So touch command is used to create the empty file. So here we will see the redirection operator of the file. So the cat command is used to redirect the file. So these are the contents of F1 file and F2 file. Now I want to store the output of one command to the one file, another file. Okay, so the output of first command, that is the ls command, that I will store into the third file. So ls redirection, here greater than is the redirection operator and out.txt is the name of my new file. So I will check the content of out.txt using the cat command. So the output of the ls command, that is all the current directory files and folder names, will be stored into the out.txt file. Also the ls-l command output can be stored to the file pqr.txt. So long listing of the ls command will be stored into the file, that we can see using the cat command. So cat pqr.txt will give the content of the ls-l command. So in this way we can redirect the output of one command to the another command. Okay. So cat command can also be used to combine the content of two files. Okay. So suppose here we are having two files, F1 and F2, and we want to combine the content of both of these files, that is F1 cat F1 space F2. We will write here cat F1 space F2 greater than out.text. So the content of first file and after that the content of the second file will be stored into the out.text file. So these are the contents of out.text file. So in this way we can combine the content of two files into the third file. Now the cat command can also be used to append the content of one file to the another file. Here cat F1 first file greater than, this is the append operator F2. Now suppose we will see the content of F2, it is appended by the content of F1 and the content of F1 not get changed. So these are the all commands that we have studied in practical 6 and executed it. So this is all about the file and directory manipulation commands. So we will stop here.